Well, guys, school starts back in a few weeks here, and I wanted to jump on and give you guys 3 questions that parents can ask prior to signing their child's IEP. So the first one is a question that the parent can ask themselves. Number 1 is, can I clearly explain every service, accommodation, modification of my child's IEP? If the answer to that question is no, first, give yourself grace. You may or may not have gone to school for this, and no one expects you to have every answer at that table. Just be kind to yourself, okay? It is okay to ask for clarification, and just because you need clarification does not mean that anybody at that table is any smarter than you. It just comes down to you got a question, and there are no dumb questions when it comes to advocating for your child. Number 2, does every goal address a real need? So by that I mean, what data are we using to support writing this goal? If you're at the meeting and they're talking about something and you're like, I think Johnny can do that. Like, what are you talking about? Johnny does that every day. Why are we writing a goal for that? I want you to ask, what data are you using to support this goal? And you can ask the team. All goals should be data driven. They should not be just based off of our opinions or whims, right? They should be based off of data. So I want to encourage you, you can ask, hey, what goal or what data is driving this goal? And then is it individualized, or, is it very obvious that, this isn't my child's goal because my child's been doing that since he was such and such an age. So ask questions. What data is driving this goal? Number 3, how will I know if my child is making progress? So this is a very important question because maybe it is, there's several ways that, depending on the different goals, that you might end up seeing things. But you can ask, like, how is this goal going to be measured for progress? How often will I get updates on my child's progress? How often will you be measuring their progress? What data is going to be used to measure their progress? So these are all questions you can ask in the meeting prior to signing your child's IEP. I always tell families, you can ask that you have a chance to take a minute outside the meeting, read the IEP, and then when you are ready, sign it. You always have that right to ask. I would encourage you to see that final draft, double check everything, then sign. But I'm never going to tell anybody they have to do that. Personally, I do not sign in the meetings. I always sign after the meetings, and I always review our documents in full. And my reason for that as a parent is I want to make sure that the things we came to agreement on in the meeting, that actually got into the document. And yes, they're typing, and some, it's usually up on a screen or something so you can see it. But sometimes things don't save. There's tech issues. There's all kinds of stuff. And I always want to make sure that maybe I didn't miss something prior to the meeting. Maybe there was a typo in the meeting, like whatever it is. I always want to review that document before I sign it. And so I would encourage you guys that I want you to know that you do have the right to ask to sign later. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy my 3 questions, and I want to encourage you guys as the school year starts that, ask the questions, do the things, keep researching, keep advocating for your kiddos. Bye.